Hello, thanks for clicking of Just Miss Fitness. I'm a trainer Jasper Bravo. Today we are going to train our shoulders. And if you know, if you want to have an aesthetic body, you can never have one without having an awesome pair of shoulders. And that's why we want to go and train them tonight to make them as wide as they are supposed to be. And another thing, I just want you to know that when you're training your shoulders and you want them to have that width look, you need to train your mid delts. And if you want them to look more 3D, then you need to train your front delts and your rear delts. So today we are going to train all the 3 ends of the delts just to make them be all round and 3D, because that's what you want. We start our workout immediately with some warm-ups, and it's just a 2.5 kg dumbbells just to get that blood kicking and just to warm up those joints to get it ready for the workout that is just ahead here. So I want you to, as always, remind you that warm-up is very important. It's important to make you ready just before you get into the main workout. Some people just kick direct into the main heavy reps and the heavy weights without warming up. Personally, I'm not for that. I don't advise that, because any of the rare times I've tried to do that, those are the times that I've gotten some injuries which could have been avoided. So that's why I will always advise that you warm up before you start your workout. And now that is the second set of warm-ups. Right now I'm just using still the 2.5 kgs, it's just enough weight to get us moving, so that the body parts can at least move. We just want the joints to move, so that so warming up is a very crucial component in keeping you injury free. So I want you also to notice that as I do my overhead presses, I'm kind of facing my elbow forward. That is because I have some injuries. There's an injury on my shoulders, on my left shoulder, and if I try to do the normal overhead military press, it is not comfortable. So that's why I prefer to at least face the elbows forward, as you see me doing so. So that's my first set of the workout. And you'll also notice that I'm not using the normal weights that I usually use. I'm going for a little bit lightweight because of the injury that I'm going through right now. And as always, I usually advise that the best thing to do is to avoid an injury. And how you avoid injury, the top two tools you can use to avoid injury is, number one, warming up. Just warming up enough will help you reduce drastically the amount of injury that you can get. Then number two, right form. Right form means you just do each and every rep with the perfect form. You don't start cheating on your sets and reps just to lift heavy weight that you're not able to handle well, or just to go for too much reps that you can't handle enough. That's when you get yourself injured. Personally, also sometimes I cheat occasionally just to get some extra reps into the set, but I would not advise to do that, because the trade-ins are not worth it. The amount of gains you're going to get by cheating a little bit to get some extra reps into the set is not equivalent to amount of payment you're going to go through, the suffering you're going to go through by when you get hurt, which means when you get hurt, you might even stay away from the gym for some times completely. And that will really be a bad idea as far as the growth of your muscles are concerned. You can see there we are doing the lateral raises, and I'm going for a little bit of some heavy weight because I feel comfortable doing that. It is the overhead press that I have some problems with, but the lateral raises I can go for quite some heavy weight. So I wanted also to tell you that why am I usually preaching so much about the ability to avoid injury? And that is because that is the single most number one enemy to your gains. Because when you are really injured, you're not going to be able to work out whether you like it or not. That's the problem. Most of these other factors like time, or let's say workout space, or the ability to pay the gym, these factors are they're quite temporary. They're things that there's something you could do. They're just one decision away from changing. But an injury, sometimes, most of the times, there's nothing really you can do. The best you can do is rehabilitate it, to facilitate it, to make it quicker, which means to make it heal faster. But you can't force it to heal. It heals at its own pace. And anytime it's healing and it's making you not work out as much as you can, or is stopping you even to work out totally, you are losing, and that is not something you want. You want that consistency, because it is that consistency that is going to compound and build onto that fitness. And after, let's say, months, weeks that turn into months, into years, you look back, you realize that you've made some awesome amount of gains, and those ones can't be done if you are continuously getting injured. That's why I always advise so much that you take care of yourself. You make sure that you're safe throughout the time you're in the gym and outside. Also avoid chaotic places, avoid war and violence generally, because you'll get hurt, and if you get hurt, you might not be able to go to the gym tomorrow. You'll not be able to continue making some gains, and that is not something you want for yourself. So that is generally just that's why I'm always insisting on taking good care of yourself and making sure that you avoid injury as much as you can, because you only have one body, man. You don't have any extra one, and you just got to take good care of it. So if you like such content, you can like, and maybe you can subscribe, and let me see you in the next one.